Hello friends on the channel. Um, Today I will try a test of performances. Unfortunately, my computer is giving me problems to run AC EVO. My computer is based on an old AMD 3700X. Most probably that's the problem. And however, a 3070 NVIDIA card. Now, I I honestly don't have a big deal to play this game at high, almost completely high in single player. Is very playable, but I have a big problems when I get on online, and I cannot figure out why um, there is this massive drop of FPS for my machine once a server gets filled with 25, 28, 30 pilots. Alright, so let's take a look just right away. I will do some very quick testing. You should be able to see on the very top my FPS real time. So let's talk about video. The way I'm set up right now is on 2K. My monitor is a straightforward 2K 27 inch. And the graphic is a custom. I'm keeping DLS on quality. I'm keeping multi-sample anti-aliasing at 4, but I could put it down at 2, let's say. And all the rest is pretty much on high. I never really fully understand this max car ahead, max car behind, but I think that 10 ahead and 10 in the back is more than enough to have enough rendering. The lighting I'm keeping it high, the reflection on low. I don't care that much about reflections. The shadows are on medium. Screen space shadow that says enhance realism and lighting, adding detailed dynamic shadows to object in game, improve shadow quality. You know what? Full resolution. What are the options? Half resolution, off. Let's try on a half resolution because I mean we're going 300 kilometers per hour, 200 miles per hour. Who really cares about fidelity of shadows? Okay, grass density, cloud quality. Okay, we are on high. Then this is the post-processing, which I'm not touching at all. Okay, and mirrors. I've been shutting down the mirrors to try to get some extra FPS, but I will be using mirrors on single mirror. Okay, so let's try to see how this may stack up. All right, so I want to save this one. Latest. Okay. Okay. The one we were using is the almost high from February 21, 26. Okay. Um, these ones don't make that much sense anymore. I could remove it, but I'm not touching it for now. So this is the one I'm testing right now. Then I could test this one, and then we will be doing straightforward, low, medium, and high, and see what happens. All right. I will be using the most demanding track we have, which is the Nordschleife Tourist. Okay, and I will try in single player, and then I will show you how anything I'm testing right now in single player has a meaning, and then when you go in online and the server fills in, lose complete meaning, and everything goes down the road for my machine. Okay, so we're practice. That's fine. Apply. I'm choosing this one. I'm with the Porsche, so but just because it could be any car, it doesn't make that much of a difference. And broken cloud, that's it. Weather static. I'm not even trying the rain, okay? Just a normal broken clouds, something like that. Now, what makes really the difference in these kind of settings, of course, could be low, could be medium, could be high, whatever. But we will be keeping always the DLS on quality, because seems like it's the sweet spot. Alright, I'm not even gonna try to load the vehicle setup because I'm not really gonna drive. I just want to drive a few turns to show how this is working. Alright, so we are on this setup right now. In the car we have about 60, 61 FPS, okay? Now we will see that when we start, it will go down a little bit. We're at 55 right now, 54. But there is the first part of this track where the graphic really suck it up. So we're at 55. When we approach this series of curves down here, it should go down a little bit. Let's see, 53, 55, okay, it's stable. 57, still stable. Now, it might go down a little bit. 58, 53, 49. Okay, this is the moment in which it goes down. This part is very rough. But it stays on 53, okay, 53, 55. Now it goes up on 60. 59. Okay, my test is almost complete because I got at the end of this at least more than enough to show what I was going to show. Okay, 55. So we had a little drop. Okay, I don't care about the rest. That's it. On this setting, we got a little bit of a drop on. I will get out completely, so possibly all the graphic reloads. I don't know if changing the graphic settings from inside the track may improve or not improve the situation, just restarting from scratch. So we're back on settings. We saw that we had the maximum drop, looks like it was about 49, okay? All right, now let's go back on videos, and this time we just set a very common, not very low, let's say low, okay? We keep the DLS, the quality, we keep the multi-sample on 2, and this is because when you look at the guard rails from far away, if you take away the anti-aliasing, is really horrible. So at least you need to have a two times anti-aliasing to avoid a horrible way that the guard rail from far away looks like. All the Rex is on low. We can double check, but the set is preset on low, so we're not gonna really see any improvement. Okay, so we should see some improvement possibly on the FPS if this is true. And we're still in single player, so let's remember that unfortunately the reality of single player doesn't really apply on what I'm leaving on when I go online. Okay, so let's go drive single player, all set up exactly the same. We were in an average of 55, 57 with a drop of 49. Let's see how is working right now on low. So we went from almost everything on high to everything on low. It should be a pretty solid difference. Okay, so drive. All right, so we are Stabilizing up here. 70, 69, 70. Let's see what happened. It was about 55 earlier. Alright, so 63, 61. We need to get at that spot of the first few turns where we had the drop of 49 to see really where goes the drop. So definitely we have 65, 64. So theoretically we gain some stuff. You can see that okay, 66, 67. I mean, it's not bad. Okay, here there was the drop, so let's see what happened. 65, 64, 65, 62. It dropped only a 62. So that's really nice. $68.71. 71. I never saw 71 in this game. Oh, no, that. Okay, it doesn't matter. 69. I'm looking at the counter and I'm not really driving the best. But it doesn't matter. It's not the driving that matters here. Okay, 69 on this straight. 68. 69, 67, 68. So this is very, very nice. Okay, so the low definitely gave us a pretty strong improvement. We went from 55 as an average to 68, 69 as an average with a drop of 65 in the moment in which was more demanding. Okay, this is interesting. At low, the game is not horrible, honestly. Sure, could be better, right? Could be absolutely better. But if you can play it or you cannot play it and you have to sacrifice, you can still sacrifice. Alright, so now we go on medium and we will see what happened on medium. Just preset medium. We are still keeping the LSN quality and multi-sample on 2 times, and we go back. Drive. Okay. Okay, so we were with the almost everything high, we were around 55, 55, 57. Then we got 67, 69 at low. So we should be, if this makes any sense, we should be somewhere around 60. Let's give him a second. That probably is loading the various textures, etc. And yeah, we are 62, 63, 64. Okay, let's see. See 58, 60. Okay, we were over 60, of course, here in low, and we were probably very similar when we were on the medium, on the high set. Let's see, 60. 61, 59. All right, so far makes sense. Steady on 60, 59, 60. Okay, here drops and drop at 56. Okay, reasonable. It was a drop at 56. We had a drop at 65 before. Still, we're pretty much steady on the 60s. Plus 1, 2, 1, plus minus 1, 2. I honestly cannot say that much of a difference. If you can see a solid difference, that would be nice to know. Okay, this is long. Okay, doesn't matter. 66, 64, 61. Okay, that's it. Alright, so at medium, we're pretty solid on 60s. Okay. At medium, we're pretty solid on 60s. Okay. Now I'm going to use this one that was almost high, right? This is the latest that I saved before, but the almost high is the one I was using the most. Did it save? Load. Alright, it's thinking. Okay. There is one thing on this that was set up I have to adjust. I shut down the mirrors, so let's put mirrors on 1. Apply. And let's see where we are with this preset almost high. Okay, let's go. All right. So let's give the textures a moment to just load up correctly. And if we were around 60 before, it's interesting to see that we are still around 60, 59, 60. Okay. All right. Let's see. This is almost high. And is the configuration I've been playing the most. Honestly. Seems pretty good to me. But you see already is down at 53, 55, 54 up there. Okay, let's go. 53. 53, 54. We're definitely around 60. 54, 57, 56, 55. It would be nicer to be on the 60s, right? Now here is gonna drop, so let's see, 58, 54, 48. Okay, dropped to 48. 55. 58. I mean, it's not that bad, honestly, from medium, that was all medium, to almost high. We're losing barely maybe 2 or 4 or 5 FPS. That's it. Oh, I was looking at the frame counter. Okay, so we're down here, 55. We were definitely at 60 something earlier. It's really playable. It's not that it's a slideshow or whatever. For those 4 or 5 FPS missing. Yeah, we're close to 60, but not 60. Here, as usual, is raising a bit, but not that much. 56, 54. It was for a moment at 60. Okay, so we know that we have a difference. We do know that we have a difference. And it seems that the most interesting, let's say, compromise is just lower it down at medium, for example. However, what I discovered is that if I go online and I go on a crowded server, which means over 25 pilots loaded, the game will lose so much. Okay, so let's give it a shot so I can explain exactly what I mean. So we saw that I'm single player, I'm there, the game is rolling around. We will go, of course, on the same Nürburgring, on a spot that is crowded. Let's see. Alright, looks like we have this one, but it's at nighttime. I don't want to go at nighttime. Let's try this one here. 25 people. Yeah, let's try this one. Alright, so we noticed that when we were starting, even in this configuration that I have right now, which is the almost high, right? Is the most demanding I'm running. Oh, it's afternoon, almost evening. I was not going to run at nighttime. I guess that could change. Okay, let's find another one. So we are at the starting point with about 60 FPS. We go through the gates, we're about 54, 55. Okay, let's see what happened when we are in multiplayer. Man, it takes so long. It takes so long. I don't know what is the problem of this UI. Why it's so heavy. All right, let's see. This seems good. I have a decent ping at 31. I don't know, maybe it's full. Yeah, server full. Okay. Overtake 2 at 6 a.m. Okay, 27. This is really full. 27 or 32. So it doesn't get the major problem right away. So the problem is, as soon as you get in a server, either it's crowded or not crowded, the FPS are dropping monstrously. I mean, we're talking about 35, 40, 45 FPS. Okay. The other thing is that after a while, if to me the server gets crowded, so this is already crowded, so maybe we'll do it right away. Suddenly, out of the blue, with no reason whatsoever, I have a drop in FPS to 15, 18 FPS. Unplayable, is a slideshow, everything. All right, so we're basically set and ready. The texture loaded. And you can see already in the car, we're talking about 30, 34, 36. Okay, I didn't touch anything, it's the same computer, right? We were a 60 something. Let's say 55, okay? Alright, so only because I'm in multiplayer, I'm already struggling. My question would be why? But probably because there are the other cars. Okay, it could be a reason. But relatively, because when I play with 25 cars on a race in single player, I don't have this drop. So, okay, so look, we are at 34. It's barely playable. It's barely playable. But it's 34. Okay. Now it dropped the... Look, here it is. 15. It did it immediately. It did it basically immediately. 15 FPS. There is no freaking reason why this is happening. There is no freaking reason. 14, 15 FPS. Now, why I'm very happy about this happening right now, because I can confirm, I can repeat this issue over and over again. So this server is full. Now let's go out. It's full and is unplayable for me. Now we'll find a server with the same track, just, you know, maybe 8, 9 cars, something like that. Anyway, less number of cars. 14, 15 FPS is really freaking insane. Okay, so let's see, Nürburgring at 10 cars. Now this is Red Bull. 13 cars. The ping is not really important also because even if it says 158, most probably the ping in server is lower than that. I discovered that even if here I see 158, the ping in server could be lower, and now we will see it right away. But the ping is really not the reason. So look at this, the ping in server is 137, ping 137. Okay, so it's not 158. We have about 13 cars in, and we're gonna try. Alright, let's see what happens. First of all, we're loading the textures, etc. We're still at 38, 39, which is better than 35 or 33, okay? But still horrible, all in all. Okay. Now you will see that I will be able to play around 34, once again, 34, 33, 34, 33. This is what this track allows me to do. In multiplayer, it doesn't go higher than this. But at least doesn't drop. So we have a 35, 36. See, steady on 36. $33, $31, $32. It's still playable. It's 30 now. 34, 35. Here drops, so 28. 28 here. That we know that there's the drop. 28, 29. 29. 29. This is the same exact machine. It's the same setting. It's the same everything. I was at 60 FPS, and now simply because I'm online, I'm at 35, 28. I mean, why? Why? Okay, we are 38. Oh, we hit 40 for a moment. Steady. 41, 39, 43. And we know that here it gets a little higher, so 45, 47, 43. That's it. That's all we got. Good for me. This is the best I can play online. But you say, okay, well, it shouldn't be the best you can play online, right? Because anyway, you are on almost high, and we notice that if I go down on low as a set, not low, let's say medium. Medium seems the sweet spot, right? So if I go back on a medium preset, I gather at least almost 10 FPS. Let's say even between 5 and 7. Okay. I wonder why this is not true when you go on online. It's not true. So let's go. Medium. We tested this in single player. Was a better experience. It's all good. The mirrors are on. All the rest is okay. Apply. Now we're gonna find that server again. Drive. Multiplayer. Okay, that server again was Nürburgring, maybe 16 people. But I guess it was this one, 16 people. I mean, 16 people is still good. I don't have that massive drop of, but it was not. Let's see. It was a 140. Now, emptied out. Okay, let's try crap. Well, let's try this. Only 6 cars. Okay, that's good. Only 6 cars. Theoretically, it should even get better if it's really related to the number of cars, which I think it is, but to a certain extent, not that much. If I have only 6 cars, I should go better. So let's see what happened. Now I'm set on medium. All right, let's drive. Let's give a second to all the texture to load correctly, etc. All right, interesting enough, first of all, we are around 53, 54, almost decent like what medium was giving me in single player. Let's see when I start moving. Drop the 44 for a moment. 54. Remember that medium was giving me a 60 steady, yeah? Let's be clear. Medium was giving me a 60 steady, and we are not hitting 60 here. We're 55. Right. 56, 57. So let's see where it goes. 58, 55, 53. Drop of 53, 53, 54, 55. No, 53. 59. Here, of course. 55, 53 is. If it was always like this, I would be happy. Problem is, as soon as this server fills in, my luck is over. Anyway, this a medium would be really playable. If it was something I can count on. 61, 62, 61, 62. All right, okay. All right. So we had only about 6 cars in this place. Now let's go back with this setting. It seems like, oh, this setting is steady, right? Is pretty good. Let's get back in the one that was pretty much full. Nürburgring, nighttime. I am not looking at that. Let's give it a refresh maybe. Alright, obviously now that I need it I don't have it, but I can give a shot on this one even if it's nighttime. Because it may change something due to the lights and stuff, but it's not that much. It's really not that much. We will see right away when we are in the car how it goes. It may not drop immediately at 14, 15 like it did before. Earlier was a fantastic example of what happened. Now may not do it, and I may have to do a couple of laps to see if this happen or not. Alright, first of all we need to give it time to load everything. Alright. So we are 45, 26, 34. Okay, look, this is consistent. When we had the server full, okay, wow. FPS 15. Already gave up. Already gave up. Already gave up. I don't even have to try anything. It's already 15 FPS and will never recover. And I mean, seriously. And it's not because it's night. It's just because there are 27 people in the lobby. Pit line. So if I'm looking at the list here, see we have actually 32 people. Okay, so this is a true full server, and to me it's unplayable. So I get out of this. I will do the other test going just on another server. Remember that I'm using Nürburgring, the Nordschleife, because it's the most taxing right now. Okay, let's say this one, 15 people. I don't have the Porsche. It doesn't really matter. Any car is good. I can use this one. It's the same. The car is not a contingency. It does it, period. So, what we've been seeing so far. The game react in two completely different manners if you are in single player or you are in multiplayer. Of course, this game should be played multiplayer because the single player, number one, doesn't exist anymore. Number two, even if you want to try a little bit of fun in single player, the AI is atrocious. Atrocious as it can be. Okay, so we are 40, 45, and we are medium. Remember that, we are medium. We are at 37, 36, 35. There are only 15 people on this server. Okay, so it is playable. Medium, 37, 38. Is barely playable. Yeah, it's completely consistent. You got a server around 15, 20 people pretty much. This is what you get. And then when suddenly the server fills in and it goes probably over 25, everything stops. Okay, we're still 38. Again, it's playable. 34, 36. Let's get ready because now here it's gonna drop. Drop at 35, 33, 32, 31. 35, 37. 39. 39. Okay, yep. See ya. And anyway, 42, 43, 46. That's all we're doing. 47. 47, and then here we'll rise a bit, 49, 50, and that's it. Okay, 49, 50. So it is consistent. Is a test can be repeated, so that means is science. Okay. The reaction is there, and I don't know why. I don't know why, because it doesn't matter what kind of settings I choose. If the server is full, I will drop at 15 FPS. If the server is decently crowded, 15, 20 people, I will have 40 FPS, between 35 and 40 FPS. And if the server is empty, I may be luckier, but I may be lucky. But what is the sense of running on an empty server? What I want to check is another, just as a comparison, because, for example, look at this. We have a track day on Circuit of the Americas. Okay, 93, 6 people in. I just want to show you what is the difference, because of course the track makes a difference. We know that Nordschleife is very demanding. This one should be less demanding, so it should give me a little bit better situation. Alright, we're in. Okay, cockpit. We're at 52, 54. Remember that we are medium. It's not so badly anyway. 53, 57. That. 60. I mean, when I can see 60, I'm happy, right? I don't see 60 anymore. I see 50. But that's okay, 50. We have about 6 cars, 7 cars in, so I mean, this is playable. I don't bitch about it. It's absolutely playable on these terms. And most probably I could even push the settings. I could even push the settings if I want. But I think, medium is satisfying. Alright, so the test is pretty much complete. This is what I was trying to to demonstrate. The single player is playable. It's not a matter of the fact that the 3700X and the 3070 cannot have the game running. They can, absolutely, uh, decently, in single player. But the problem is the single player does not exist anymore. The AI sucks big balls. So I mean, at that point, what you do? You play single player for what? Just to try to learn a track, and then you would like to go on multiplayer and play with your friends on some nice servers, and the situation changed radically. Looks like the system is drained just because it's on multiplayer. But my question is why? I mean, it is true. I cannot really do a comparison with Assetto Corsa 1. Okay, it's an old engine, it's an old game, etc., etc. But the thing is, you go online and there's no drop of performance just because you're online. This thing has a massive drop of performance just because you go online. Highest computers probably don't feel it. I have no clue. I didn't try, but I don't think is the norm, because as of today, really, who is the gamer that has two, three, four, $5,000 to pull out a computer that has a massive solid CPU, a massive solid GPU, and today with the cost of RAM, a massive solid RAM available? I mean, this one is still going on DDR4. It's not DDR5. Okay, so it's still that happiness that we still have. Sure, I could change my poor CPU from 3700X to something else that still goes on the M4 socket, but honestly, it works perfectly fine for every single game. So I'm not in rush to do that. I was just going to show you that this is the problem I have on Assetto Corsa Evo. And it kinda sucks. Alright, thank you very much for watching if you made it at this time, and we will figure out how to continue to play this title. Thank you.